Hey guys, thanks for checking out the podcast. Before we get started, I want to remind you about the very cool bucket list trip I am doing in 2026, the Smitty Learns Irish podcast, where I'm going to do my bucket list, hike Ireland for a year, learn about Irish history, town by town, through the mouths of the pub owners and regulars. Because what's a better way to learn about something you love than to experience it yourself? Patreon.com/we3smiths, only $3 a month, and thanks for checking it out. And welcome to the Smith Hole. My name is Smitty from the What the Hell Everything podcast, and another full-length album reaction that I could not be more fucking stoked for, man. We're checking out the Pogues, Rum Sodomy, and the Lash from what year, Smith? 1985. And it's been way too fucking long. I should have done this a long time ago, man. I've known I wanted to go down the Pogues rabbit hole, kind of deciding what I wanted to do first as far as like a full length or something like that. And just by album title alone, you caught me, you know. We're going to check this out in just a moment. I want to mention real quick the couple songs that I have heard so far on this album. Let us see. I think, Sally McLenane. Hopefully, I'm really terrible with some pronunciations, as you probably already know. I've heard the live version of that, reacted to that already. And then Dirty Old Town, which I've reacted to and fucking love, man. At some point, I want to get some real body of Pogues knowledge before I go into the live set that I want to go into, which I think is their reunion show. And I want to get a lot of the Pogues under my belt. So we're going to go with this one first and see where it leads us, man, as far as like going down the Pogues rabbit hole. If you're enjoying this content, please let me know. Come up with some suggestions, man, some out-of-the-box things. You never know, man. On Patreon, we're going down some huge rabbit holes. Obviously, the $5 a month tier, doing live sets, doing like behind-the-scenes stuff, documentaries with bands and rock and roll and shit like that. I love that shit, man. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, Patreon's in the link in the description, obviously. Thank you very much for checking out this video, you guys. Let us get in to the Pogues, Rum Sodomy, and the Lash. And I got to tell you, I've smoked a good amount of weed this morning just to enhance the listening experience. Got the headphones on, ready to fucking go. Got my coffee as well. And this is the sick. A lot of these. Excuse me. I'm gonna real quick. I have to say, a lot of these Gaelic pronunciations, I'm not going to be doing it. If the Smitty Learns Irish podcast that hopefully you caught or may be interested in checking out, I'm going to potentially, hopefully, learn Irish. It's fucking fascinating to me, and I'm learning Irish history and all these things. Anyway, the point of the story is, right now, I don't know how to pronounce the stuff. The sick bed of the Cuchlain. I don't know, man. Sorry. Man, I love that like mix of like acoustic, deep acoustic.
And Richard Tauber are singing by the bed. There's a glass of punch below your feet and an angel at your head. There's devils on each side of you with bottles in their hand. You need one more drop of poison and you'll dream of foreign lands. When you pissed yourself in Frankfurt and got sipped down in Cologne, and you heard the rattling death trains as you lay there all alone. Frank Ryan bought you whiskey in a brothel in Madrid, and you take some fucking blackshirt who was cursing all the yids. And a sick bit of Cullen, well kneel and say a prayer, but the ghosts are rattling at the door and the devil's in that chair.
It's so fucking fun!
screen there was your shout. But I wouldn't give you service, so you kicked the windows out. They took you out into the street, kicked you in the brains. So you went back then through about the door and did it all again. And a sick bit of cold Cullen will kneel and say a prayer. And the ghosts are rattling at the door and the devil's in the chair.
I got to tell you, this is what I've wanted to hear, or excuse me, let me correct myself. This is what I had hoped and expected probably when I first listened to the Pogues. The first listen, I think, was Fairy Tale of New York, which I immediately fell in love with and is immediately my all-time favorite Christmas songs ever now. But I expected it to be more like that. You know, the Irish punk rocky sound that I fell in love with Flogging Molly and Dropkick Murphys, and I immediately learning the influence of this fucking band. This is what I expected to hear immediately or first time. I'm rambling now. Play.
Remember that foul evening when you heard the banshees howl? There was lazy, drunken bastards singing Billy in the Bowl. They took you up to midnight mass and left you in the lurch. So you dropped a button in the plate and spewed up in the church. Now you sing a song of liberty for blacks and packs of jocks, and I'll take you from this dump you're in and stick you in a box. Then I'll take you to Cookbriar and shove you in the ground.
Real quick, and I'm going to pause just to let you know that I am looking at my phone simply to look up band information because I like to know these things going into the album. I had some shitty comment on whatever the fuck video I did. I'd be like, if you weren't on your phone all the time, shut the fuck up. Let's see. I wanted to just kind of get some songwriter information because I like to know who's writing the fucking songs, man. And Shane MacGowan, principally writing most of the songs on here. And I also like to check out the pardon me as I scroll down the personnel just to see who's playing. Shane MacGowan, Spider Stacy, James Fearnley, Jem Finer, Kate Riordan, Andrew Rankin, Philip Chevron. So I want to give some shout out. Additional personnel that we'll get into as we get into the album. Okay, put the phone away. This is really fucking fun. Damn! And I love to let the albums flow into the next one, which will be the Old Main Drag. Man, I fucking love that song. And before we start, I feel like that's a bagpipe, and I don't know. I think somebody has been critical of one of my comments as far as like I think I said Irish bagpipes, and that's one of the things I'm definitely ignorant about. Is the bagpipe purely Scottish? I know it's a mainly Scottish instrument, but is there an Irish version, and is that instrument also predominantly a traditional Irish instrument as well? I'm not sure. But I would like to know. And I fucking love that. Or was it a violin? Could look it up. Old man needs glasses.
When I first came to London, I was only 16, with a fiver in my pocket and my own
Ulean pipes? Ulean pipes?
I went down
Also fiddle and a French horn.
To check out the scene, but I soon ended up upon the old main drag, where the he-males and the she-males paraded in style, and the old man with the money would flash you a smile. In the dark of an alley, you would work for a five, for a swift one up the wrist, down on the old main drag. In the cold winter nights, the old town it was chill, but there were boys in the cafes who'd give you cheap pills. If you didn't have the money, you could cajole and you'd beg. There was always lots of chewing on the old main drag.
Irish rhyming in their songs is so fucking awesome.
I was lying down in Leicester Square. I was picked up by the coppers and kicked in the balls. Between the metal doors at Vine Street, I was beaten and mauled, and I ruined my good looks for the old main drag. In the tube station, the old ones who were on the way out would dribble and vomit and grovel and shout, and the coppers would come along and push them about. And I wished I could escape from the old main drag. And now I am lying here, I have had too much booze. I've been spat on and shot on and raped and abused. I know that I am dying, and I wish I could beg for some money to take me from the old main drag.
Man, yeah, there's something about Irish rhyming that, before I get into Wild Cats of Kilkenny, and I do like to let the songs flow into another, but I want to just say that, yeah, just the way that they phonetically, or at least traditionally, phonetically deliver, it's infectious and so poetic. I don't want to get deep or anything. Also, Shane MacGowan's voice is so distinct to me now. It is just one of those voices that, I listened to the Grosse Pointe Blank soundtrack the other day, and I put it on my playlist. It's like, oh man, I've never actually listened to that soundtrack, and it's one of my favorite fucking movies and soundtracks of all time, but I've never listened to the actual soundtrack. Anyway, a lot of shit I don't know on there, like 80s post-punk stuff that I've heard, but I've never delved into, which is one of the things I want to do on this Rock Radar, is get into that kind of stuff as well, hence the Pogues. Anyway, sort of forgot my point. It'll come back to me, but Shane MacGowan, there's my point, is his voice. I'm like, oh, that's the Pogues. When I heard it on Grosse Pointe Blank soundtrack, and a couple other instances as well, I'm like, oh, that's the Pogues. I've heard that before. So one of the most distinct voices I've fucking heard in a long time. I'm a chatty Cathy right now, you guys. Wild Cats of Kilkenny. Whoa. That sounds really fucking fun. Holy shit, this is awesome. Man, that was such a fucking cool intro. Are those the Ulan pipes? I was looking for flute. It sounds like a flute. Whew. I love that it wasn't just an intro. Holy fucking shit, you guys. Wow. I was just sitting here thinking, I'm like, before we flow into I'm a man you don't meet every day. I got to tell you, that was one of the coolest, most inventive sort of songs I've heard in a long fucking time, man. I don't know why. Why does that sound so fucking different to me? There was something about that, though. Let me make a note mentally right now. Don't lose this thought, Smith. Keep that song in your fucking so many playlists so you can hear it as much as possible. Whew. A man you don't meet every day.
My name is Chuck Stewart. I'm a canny gunman and a roving young fella I've been. So easy and free when you drink and when me I'm a man.
I have to pause, and I apologize. I'm going to bring this back all the way to the beginning. I don't want to interrupt her voice one more time. Spider Stacy, that must be who that is. The tin whistle may have been what I thought was a flute, perhaps. So I cleared that up, and this is beautiful. I love female-male duets. I don't know if that's the correct term, and I apologize if it is. But let's keep going. I love those Irish male-female duets, is what I'm trying to say.
My name is Chuck Stewart. I'm a canny gunman and a roving young fella I've been. So easy and free when you drink and when me I'm a man you don't meet every day. I have acres of land, I have men at command, I have always a shilling to spare. So be easy and free when you drink and when me I'm a man you don't meet every day. So come fill up your glasses of brandy and wine, whatever it costs I will pay. So be easy and free when you drink and when me I'm a man you don't meet every day. took out my dog, and him I did shoot up down in the county Kildare. So be easy and free when you drink, and when me I'm a man you don't meet every day. So come fill up your glasses of brandy and wine, whatever it costs I will pay. So be easy and free when you drink, and when me I'm a man you don't meet every day. So be easy and free when you drink, and when me I'm a man you don't meet every day.
I apologize for getting my phone out again. We're gonna do this real time because let's see, what is the name of that song? I'm a man you don't meet everyday lyrics. I have to look at the lyrics up. If you follow me at all, you know that that's not my thing. I like to just at first listens especially really just soak in how the song makes me feel rather than analyze lyrics. And the cool thing about the Pogues is that I can hear the lyrics, obviously. Stuttering Smitty just took over there. But in this case specifically, I really want to dive into the lyrics because I'm a man you don't meet every day. I had assumed it was going to be a duet. Assuming is not a great thing to do, but I'd assumed. I'm glad she carried the song. It is fucking beautiful. But now I'm sort of confused, like the perspective. I'm a man you don't meet every day. If she is singing, or the narration is being delivered from the point of view as a man by her. If it's a song by the Pogues, so it's not a cover. I guess I'm just confused, which happens quite a bit. I could be analyzing it too much. It's beautiful. I think I've heard a lot of country songs do that sort of delivery, men singing from the women's perspective, and then, if that makes any sense. Anyway, don't analyze anymore, Smith. That song was beautiful. Let's just look at the lyrics. Oh, my name is Jack Stewart. I'm a canny gunman and a roving young fellow I've been. So be easy and free when you're drinking with me. I'm a man you don't meet every day. Maybe I won't read through the whole lyrics because I feel like that's awkward and weird. But maybe, perhaps. Sorry, guys. Is it clickable on Wikipedia? Yes. Let's see what that song is about, perhaps. Written from the point of view of a rich landowner telling the story of his day while buying drinks at a public house. According to Archie Fisher, the song is an Irish narrative ballad that has been shortened to an Aberdeenshire drinking song. That does not make it more clear for me. Perhaps... recent. Oh, maybe this is not. Okay. I thought this was written by the Pogues, so I apologize. It is a cover. Recent popular version recorded by the Pogues. Perhaps could have done my research better on that. So that makes total sense. I had wondered initially if it was a cover. And that answers my question. Golly. Yapping. Pair of brown eyes.
One summer evening, drunk to hell, I sat there nearly lifeless.
It was a traditional Irish song.
In the corner sang where the water lilies grow. And on the jukebox, Johnny sang about a thing called love. And it's how are you, kid, and what's your name, and how would you bloody know? In blood
That fucking chorus, though. I don't think I've paused this song once. Some people probably don't have a problem with that at all. I do just for hopefully to prevent any YouTube copyright blocks or anything. I think most reactors do that simply because, you know, pausing it, you put the whole thing out there, it might get blocked by YouTube. Pausing is, anyway, the point of the story is I was just sitting here soaking it in, man, and just thinking about this style of music, like how effectively it transitions between just good, fun, upbeat music and then into something completely fucking beautiful, man. This style of music is just and I don't know how many bands do it as effectively as these guys and Dropkick Murphys. I'm trying to go down that rabbit hole and Flogging Molly as well. I know there are others. I need to find more. I need to start listening to way more Irish music, man, trying to immerse myself in it. But we're going to flow into Sally McLenane. Did I nail that one? I think I spilled my coffee. Yeah, listen to the live version of this. Woo!
Well, Jimmy played harmonica in the pub where I was born. He played it from the night time to the pace of early morn. He soothed the souls of psychos and the men who had the horn. And they all looked very happy in the morning. But Jimmy didn't like his place in this world of ours, where the elephant man brought stormers next and he had too many powers. So I sad to see the grieving of the people that I'm leaving. And he took the road for God knows in the morning. We walked into the station in the rain. We kissed him as we put him on the train. And we sang him a song of times long gone. Though we knew that we'd be seeing him again. Sad to say, I must be on my way. So buy me beer or whiskey cause I'm going far away. I'd like to think I'll be returning when I can to the greatest little boozer and to Sally McLenane. The years went by and times have changed, I grew to be a man. I learned to love the virtues of Sally McLenane. I took the cheers and drank the beers and crawled back home at dawn. I ended up a barman in the morning. I played the pump and took the hump and watered whiskey down. And took the booze and horses to the men and drank the brown. I heard them say that Jimmy's making money far away. And some people left for heaven without warning. We walked into the station in the rain. We kissed them as we put them on the train. And we sang them a song of times long gone. Though we knew that we'd be seeing them again. Sad to say, I must be on my way. So buy me beer or whiskey cause I'm going far away. I'd like to think I'll be returning when I can to the greatest little boozer and to Sally McLenane.
I have to include this statement as well. And this song specifically just makes me feel like I just my American experience with Ireland started with obviously like St. Patrick's Day and shit. You know what I mean? For the longest time, and I still love it, but it was just like my thing. And you do the typical American thing, you know, or everybody fucking beads and things, and you're all decked out and just a fucking hammer fest doing pub crawls through Traverse City through town. It was like my favorite day of the fucking year, man. I understand that in Ireland it's treated a little differently, you know, and not as much like American bombast or something like that. But this song makes me want to fucking just party on fucking St. Patrick's Day, just hammering fucking Guinness and just having the best fucking time. This is what this song makes me want to do.
Jimmy came back home, he was surprised that they were gone. He asked me all the details of the train that they went on. Some people they are scared to croak, but Jimmy drank until he choked. Took the road for heaven in the morning. We walked into the station in the rain, and we kissed him as we put him on the train. And we sang him a song of times long gone, though we knew that we'd be seeing him again. Sad to say, I must be on my way, so buy me beer or whiskey, cause I'm going far away. I'd like to think I'll be returning when I can to the greatest little boozer and to Sally McLennan.
Yeah, that song was really, really fun, man. That would, I have some Jameson, you know. I bought some the other day, and I drink my Jameson with a little bit of ginger ale, Werner's, usually, and I'm like, it's like 1:48 in the afternoon. We don't want to do that. Got shit to do today, man. I don't want to start already. That song absolutely makes me want to just hang out in the pub, man. 100%, just digging it, just digging the vibe. Gonna pause real quick. You won't know it due to the power of editing, but I need another cup of coffee. All right, I'm back. I'm coffeeed up and ready to get into what has turned into one of my favorite fucking songs of all time, Dirty Old Town. Really has. Some songs just hit ya, and their delivery of this has probably hit me most effectively by far. I've probably heard 2 to 3 versions. Definitely by the Dubliners, and then the Pogues, and there may be another one in one of my Irish music playlists that I've heard.
I met my love by the gasworks wall.
And for the longest time, I didn't know why it was hitting me so much, and then I kind of realized. I'm not going to get into that, but
I kiss my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town. Clouds are drifting.
I need to listen to the original from Ewan McCall at some point soon.
Cats are prowling
Excuse me.
on their beat. Springs a girl from the streets at night. Dirty old town, dirty old town.
That instrumental section, fuck, man. This is always what I imagine when people say it tugs at your heartstrings, you know, is literally a violin going ring over your fucking heart. Because a lot of times those strings do that ring right over your fucking heartstrings, man. And honestly, I don't know much about Shane MacGowan, but I think from what I've seen is that he really struggles with some sort of addiction. Alcoholism is what strikes me the most. It feels like that he's gone through a lot of hard times, and there's so much genuineness with his voice when you hear it. You feel the wear and tear, or you just feel this genuineness with his voice. It is such a fucking distinct, I don't want to say off kilter, but definitely something that would never fly on like American Idol. That fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? They'd be like, it's nasally. Blah. But when you can deliver something with your own personality in such an effective fucking way, it makes these songs so much greater than any of that American Idol bullshit that will ever fucking exist, if I'm being honest.
I heard a siren from the docks. Saw a train set the night on fire. I smelled the spring on the smoky wind. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I'm gonna make me a picture back, shining steel, tempered in the fire. I'll chop you down like an old Dutch tree. Dirty old town, dirty old town.
I'm not crying, I swear.
I met my love
Might now.
by the gasworks wall. Dreamed a dream by the old canal.
I love how they
Kissed
bring it down
my
here.
girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town.
Fucking every time it gives me
Dirty
chills.
old town, dirty old town.
Man. As we go into Jesse James, which could be, as the kids say, a banger. Because any song that is titled Jesse James immediately thinks of the American outlaw Jesse James, and if it's just going to be a straight up shoot 'em up or something, which sounds stupid when you say it out loud.
Jesse James, we understand, has killed many men. He robbed the Union trains. He stole from the rich. He gave to the poor. He had a hand and a heart and a brain. Well, it was on Saturday night. The stars are shining bright. They robbed a Glendale train. And the people they would say, from many miles away, it was those outlaws planting Jesse James. Now Jesse had a wife and a lady on her right. The children, they were brave. How the Israels were corn, they probably
I had to fix an egregious error that I had earlier, and I apologize for pausing it again. But correction on like vocals, obviously. I'm like, who's singing right now? Spider Stacy. This is Spider Stacy on Jesse James, which is another traditional song, and I kind of want to look up information on that because that's what I do, guys. Sorry. But Kate O'Riordan was on vocals on I'm a Man You Don't Meet Every Day, now that I can focus. So there you go. Now, let's get back into the song. I'll bring it back just a little bit.
Now Jessie had a wife and a lady all her life. Her children, they were brave. How about his children called
So it is about Jesse James.
Charlie Ford, that lady poor Jessie in his grave. Well, it was Bob and Charlie Ford, those dirty little cowards. I wonder how they feel. For they ate Jesse's bread, they slept in Jesse's bed. They laid poor Jessie in his grave. Now Jessie had a wife and a lady all her life. Her children, they were brave. But history does record that Bob and Charlie Ford, that lady poor Jessie in his grave.
All right, this is fucking pretty cool. I like this song a lot. First of all, they're delivering it. It's super fun. The way that they're delivering it is super fun. Man, this has been covered by a lot of fucking people, man. Pete Seeger, Johnny Cash, Carl Sandburg. Who else is sticking out at me that I might know? The Kingston Trio, Woody Guthrie. So, man, this is an American folk song out of the 19th century, first recorded by Bentley Ball in 1919. And we're fucking learning, you guys. Look out. This is a fucking shoot 'em up.
Jessie had a wife and a lady all her life. Her children, they were brave. But history does record that Bob and Charlie Ford, that laid poor Jessie in his grave. Well, the people held their breath, they heard of Jesse's death. They wondered how he'd come to fall. Well, it was Robert Ford, in fact, who shot him in the back. Well, he hung a picture on the wall. Now Jessie had a wife and a lady all her life. Her children, they were brave. But history does record that Bob and Charlie Ford, and laid poor Jessie in his grave. But history does record that Bob and Charlie Ford, and laid poor Jessie, and laid Jesse James in his grave.
Fuck yeah, man. That was super fun. Now we're going to get into the Navigator. Man, that was really fun. I like learning little rock and roll nuggets, man. Sounds like a song about being out at sea.
The canals and the bridges, the embankments and cuts, they blasted and dug with their sweat and their guts. They never drank water, but whiskey by pints, and the shanty towns rang with their songs and their fights. Navigator, navigator, rise up and be strong. The morning is here and there's work to be done. Take your pick and your shovel and a bold dynamite for to shift a few tons of this earthly delight. Yes, to shift a few tons of this earthly delight. They died in their hundreds with no sign to mark where. Save the brass in the pocket of the entrepreneur.
Sorry, I did not want to pause this at all. This is fucking amazing. I'm not kidding you one single bit. And this is another thing. I feel like I have a lot to say right now, so I apologize. This is another thing I love about Irish music, the ability to get into something deep. There's a solemnness to a lot of Irish music, be it political or social or whatever. Like I'm from a seafaring community, pretty much in the Great Lakes region in northern Michigan. You know, got fucking Lake Michigan to my left. I got Lake Huron to my right. If I'm looking north, Lake Superior up top. All sorts of like shipwreck history and port towns and things like that. So I love that shit, even though I'm fucking terrified of being at sea and out on open water. It's just me. That being said, there is just some fucking... I love the ability to just get fucking deep, man. It's some of my favorite things I love about Irish music.
By landslide and rock blast, they got buried so deep that in death, if not life, they'll have peace while they sleep. Navigator, navigator, rise up and be strong. The morning is here and there's work to be done. Take your pick and your shovel and about dynamite for to shift a few tons of this earthly delight. Yes, to shift a few tons of this earthly delight. Marking this land is still seen and still laid. The way for a commerce where vast fortunes were made. The supply of an empire where the sun never sets, which is now deep in darkness, but the royal way's there yet. Navigator, navigator, rise up and be strong. The morning is here and there's work to be done. Take your pick and your shovel and of old dynamite for to shift a few tons of this earthly delight. Yes, to shift a few tons of
Excuse me.
this earthly delight.
Important to make a note here, I feel like. This is Phil Gaston is in the band, right? No, he's not in the Pogues. I'm sorry, I'm learning all these things. Phil Gaston is whom? Because he is singing. He wrote The Navigator for the Pogues. Okay. So I have to figure this out or it's going to drive me fucking insane, you guys. This song is fucking brilliant. So he wrote it. Who the fuck's singing? Vocals. Was that Shane McGowan singing? I think so. I thought it was somebody else singing. No, I didn't. What am I saying? Just feel like I really lost my brain there, you guys. What the fuck is going on around here? Billy's Bones.
Billy run around with a rare old crew and he knew an arsehole was hot and blue. The outside better off between you where Billy's bones are resting now. Billy saw copper and he hit him in the knee. Took down over 6 and 5 foot 3. Hit him around square in the door, I made. That cover won't be having any family. Hey Billy son, where are you now? Don't you know that we need you now? With our and his mother cries when the morning comes. And there's mothers crying all over this world. For the poor, the darling boys and girls. Baby, son, where are you now? Don't you know that we need you now? With a rat-tat-tatty old hotel. Where our billies don't trust me now. With a rat-tat-tatty old hotel. Where our billies don't trust me now. Married on Tuesday, drunk on a Wednesday. Got plugged on a Thursday, sick on a Friday. Died on Saturday, buried on a Sunday.
Man, I love that fucking song. Before we get into the Gentleman Soldier, I really did love that song, man. Feel like the more you get into an album reaction, I always feel like, am I running out of words to describe how much I like this shit? If you really get into an album, which I've had that experience recently with like a Biffy Clyro album, where you're like, God, it's so fucking good. What else am I going to say about it? But I do have to mention as well that we are listening to the expanded edition of this album. I don't think I mentioned that at the beginning of the video, although it will be listed, of course, as that. But this fucking album is fantastic, 100%. So I wanted to say that before we get into The Gentleman Soldier.
As the sentry he did stand, he saluted a fair maiden by a waving of his hand, and then he boldly kissed her and he passed it off as a joke. He drilled her up in a sentry box, strapped up in a soldier's cloak, and the drums are going around, and the voice still loudly played. Fare thee well, Polly me dear, I must be gone away. All night they tossed and tumbled till the morning did appear. The soldier rose, but on his clothes he said, "Farewell, my dear." And the drums are loudly beating, and the voice is sweetly play. The word for that, Polly me dear, with you I'd gladly stay. And the drums are going around.
Man, that was fun. I like how he did that.
Fare thee well, Polly me dear, I must be gone away. If anyone comes a courting you, you can take them to a glass. If anyone comes
He's duetting with himself like Gollum.
you don't have to tell them that you ever played this joke. That you got drawn in a sentry box wrapped up in a soldier's coat. And the drums are going around, and the voice still loudly play. Fare thee well, Polly me dear, I must be gone away. Soldier, won't you marry me? Allow me, dearest Polly, this thing can never be. For I have a wife already, and children I have 3. 2 wives are allowed in the army, but one's too many for me. And the drums I go and I rock and I voice they loudly play. Fare thee well, Polly me dear, I must be gone away. How come me a gentleman soldier? Why didn't you tell me so? Your parents will be angry when this thing comes to know.
I love that shit. Woo! And the ability to turn what seems like deep material as we flow into the band played Waltzing Matilda, which could have a waltz sort of vibe to it. Who knows? Which I don't know if I'd even be able to pick out. That sounds like a waltz. Anyway, I feel like these guys had the ability, as Stuttering Smitty happened again, just to turn deep material into something that sounds super fun on the outside. The musical part of it is super fucking like fun and upbeat, which seems like some deep lyrical content. This is an 8-minute-er.
The young man, I carried my pack, and I lived the free life of a rover. From the Murray's green basin to the dusty outback, I waltzed my Matilda all over. Then in 1915, my country said, son, it's time to stop rambling, 'cause there's work to be done. So they gave me a tin hat and they gave me a gun. And they sent me away to the war. And the band played Waltzing Matilda as we sailed away from the quay.
Sorry.
And amidst all the tears and the shouts and the cheers, we sailed off for Gallipoli. Oh, well, I remember.
I have to pause, you guys.
That
I'm going to try it. I didn't want to, but I just caught myself with my eyes closed. I do that with headphones on. I forget that I'm in front of a camera. Some songs, I'm just like, I close my eyes and just feel it as much as possible. It's one of my favorite things about music is just sitting here feeling music, you know? And I was just caught myself doing it with this fucking song. Man, this is so beautiful and nuanced. And is that a waltz? Is that a waltz?
terrible day.
I want to rewind it just a tad.
And amidst all the tears and the shouts and the cheers, we sailed off for Gallipoli. Oh, well, I remember that terrible day when the blood stained the sand and the water, and how in that hell that they call Sodomy, we were butchered like lambs at the slaughter. Johnny Turkey was ready, he primed himself well, he showered us with bullets and he rained us with shells, and in 5 minutes flat he'd blown us all to hell, nearly blew us right back to Australia. And the band played Waltzing Matilda as we stopped to bury our slain, and we buried ours and the Turks buried theirs, and it started all over again.
I have to say this because the song is hitting me in this way that, you know, I've been following a lot of listening to a lot of Irish history podcasts, or one in particular that I've been listening to, and that is called We the Irish. And the theme of a lot of the stories that they tell on that, because they do one Irish person throughout history in each episode, they just tell their history. There's so many cool fucking stories, man, and great stories and terribly sad, fucking awful stories. But one thing that I hear a lot in those stories are World War I stories for people that from Ireland that went to World War I. So I picked that up. I was really proud of myself that I picked up the Gallipoli. I'd never know how to pronounce that that name. And then Australia, okay, this is written about World War I, so I knew that before going in to figure out who wrote this, which was Eric Bogle, who was a Scottish-born Australian singer-songwriter, and it describes war as futile and gruesome while criticizing those who seek to glorify it, and it is about, essentially, World War I. So we're getting the perspective of the protagonist who had traveled across rural Australia before the war, is emotionally devastated by the loss of his legs in battle, similar to a vibe of like One from Metallica. Sorry to go that Metallica route. It's just the way my brain goes. Anyway, I like having that history. I like that I nailed it too. And it means I'm learning something.
Now those who were living did their best to survive in that mad world of dust, blood and fire. And for 7 long weeks I kept myself alive, all the corpses around me pile higher. Then a big Turkish shell knocked me arse over tit. And when I awoke in my hospital bed and saw what it had done, Christ, I wished I was dead. Never knew there were worse things than dying. And no more I'll go on, sing Matilda, so the green bushes so far and near. For the hang tens and pegs, a man needs 2 legs. No more waltzing Matilda for me. So they collected
And that real subtle drum.
the wounded and maimed, and they shipped us back home to Australia. The legless, the armless, the blind and insane, those proud wounded heroes of Suvla. And as our ship pulled into Circular Quay, I looked at the place where me legs used to be, and thank Christ there was nobody waiting for me to grieve and to mourn and to pity. And the band played Waltzing Matilda as they carried us down the gangway.
There's our waltz.
Nobody cheered.
Well, it probably was before.
They just stood and stared, and they turned their faces away. And now every April I sit on my porch and I watch the parade pass before me. I see my old comrades, how proudly they march, reliving the dreams of past glory. I see the old men, all twisted and torn, the forgotten heroes of a forgotten war. And the young people ask me, what are they marching for? And I ask
Come on up.
myself the same question. And the band plays Waltzing Matilda, and the old men still answer the call. But year after year, their numbers get fewer. Someday no one will march there at all.
See a little Lemmy.
Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, ooh, go a waltzing Matilda with me.
That song was a fucking brilliant song, man. Just the way it told a story. Again, I don't like to read the lyrics throughout a song, especially on like first listens. So it's not that I followed the story necessarily, but I got what it was about. And that's all you need, man. That's all I need sometimes. I am going to read the lyrics to this song at some point because I'm going to listen to this song quite a fucking bit, man. Now let's listen to A Pistol for Patty Garcia. Man, that sounds like another Western. This is written by Jem Finer on banjo. Was the B-side to Dirty Old Town I just saw. I'm going to pause this for a moment. I don't know if it's just me or if my cat farted, but he really stinks. So I'm going to make sure that he doesn't have poop on him before we get back to the song, because something stinks, and I don't think it's me. Nope. Thankfully, no poop. He just came up and farted on me, you know. Par for the course. Sounds like a Western, man. Sounds like some Good, Bad, and the Ugly shit. Enrico Morricone. Which I probably killed that pronunciation. God damn, that was fun. Sorry for that break in the action there. I thought about rewinding it to the beginning of the song. Well, that sounds fun. That sounds like a lot of fun, too. I thought about taking it back to the beginning because of the cat fart break. Just so I could get the vibe of the song. But I picked it up pretty good. Let's get into London Girl.
To the muse running through the back streets where the black self-fire asleep. The devil moon took me out of Soho up to Camden where the cold north winds blow. Sucked along by a winter shower, stand beside your shining tower. This could be our final dance. This could be our very last chance. Sound of your voice wherever I may be changes everything, and then the world's alright with you. My love girl, the way that you walk, my love girl, the way that you talk, my love girl, just the sound of your voice. I ain't got no choice.
Man, I like this, like this little
The moon was dying, the night was turning to the fine spring morning. The dogs were barking and the kids were
girl got a real nice 80s like post-punk Clash vibe to it that I like a lot.
blowing down from the top of the high rise.
And I know that, why is the name escaping me? Joe Strummer fronted the Pogues for a while after Shane MacGowan left. So that's like a fascinating little tidbit of information as well.
I'll come and take you back down to Soho, away from all those madmen's eyes. This could be our final dance. This could be our very last chance. And if you cut me, don't you think I feel it's this body clay, it's this heart made of steel. You're my London girl. The way that you walk, my London girl. The way that you talk, my London girl. The sound of your voice, I ain't got no choice. This could be our very last chance. This could be our final dance. And if you cut me, don't you think I feel it's this body clay, it's this heart made of steel. You're my London girl. The way that you walk, my London girl. The way that you talk, my London girl. Take the rest of the world. You're my London girl.
That was really goddamn fun, man. First of all, this whole album, Dud Free, officially, now we're into the expanded edition, and I don't think that's going to fucking suck either. A Rainy Night in Soho, followed by The Body of an American. Both songs have been, I've seen on the comment section that I should listen to. So we're going to do that now. Rainy Night in Soho.
I've been loving you a long time. Down all the years, down all the days. And I've cried for all your troubles. Smile at your funny little ways. We watched our friends grow up together, and we saw them as they fell. Some of them fell into heaven, some of them fell into hell. I took shelter from a shower, and I stepped into your arms on a rainy night in Soho. The wind was whistling all its charms. I sang you all my sorrows. All your joys. Whatever happened to that old song? To all those little girls and boys.
That French horn.
Sometimes I'd wake up in the morning, the ginger lady by my bed, covered in a cloak of silence, I hear you talking in my head. I'm not singing for the future. I'm not dreaming of the past. I'm not talking of the first times. I never think about the last. Now the song is nearly over. We may never find out what it means. Still, there's a lot I hold before me. You're the measure of my dreams, the measure of my dreams.
Man. Did I pause that at all? Whatever. Man, I was way into that song. Especially that end part, just coming in with those strings, man. That was so effective. And I'm not entirely sure what that song is about. A lot of times, my favorite things are about, I don't think A Rainy Night in Soho is necessarily something you have to interpret that much. There's probably a lot of lyrical content that I'm missing that says what it is. But I feel like it's, losing your friends and a lot of that. I think Soho's in New York City, and the Irish immigrants coming from the famine and whatever else, and just dealing with more shit when they got over to the United States. So I don't know if that's what that's about. Also, I don't know necessarily what the body of an American is about, but I'm about to find out. I rhymed that a lot unintentionally.
The Cadillac stood by the house and the Yanks they were within. And the Tinker boys they hissed advice but were with a pen. When we turned and shook as we had a look in a room where the dead man lay. So big Jim Dwyer made his last trip to the shores where his fathers lay. And 15 minutes later we had our first taste of whiskey. There was uncles giving lectures on ancient Irish history. The men all started telling jokes and the women they got frisky. By 5 o'clock in the evening every bastard there was pesky. Pretty well gone away, there's nothing left to say. Farewell to New York City boys, to Boston and PA. He took them out with a well clout and I often heard him say, I'm a free-born man of the USA. He fought the champ in Pittsburgh and he slashed him to the ground. He took on Tiny Tartanella and it only went one round. He never had no time for rights for drink or dice or horse. But he never threw a fight when the fight was right, so they sent him to the war. Very well gone away, there's nothing left to say. West Launch Joe and an Aaron Gomer loves in America. The calling out the rosary, Spanish wine from far away. I'm a free-born man, love the USA. Yeah! always love you, I always did, I always will. Fairly well gone away, there's nothing left to say. But to say adieu to your eyes as blue as the water in the bay. To big Jim Dwyer, the man of war, who was often heard to say, I'm a free-born man of the USA. I'm a free-born man of the USA. I'm a free-born man of the USA.
Now where's this song gonna go? Because it's already one of my favorite fucking songs that I've heard in a long time. From the Pogues, anyway. And it's fucking awesome. I love this song, and I'm sure being an American, it has a lot to do with that. You know, freeborn man of the USA, which I feel. I don't know the perspective necessarily of where he's coming from. I don't know if that's. I don't know what the perspective is what I'm trying to say. But right now, I really love where that song's going. Let me bring that back just a little bit.
USA.
Yeah. Yep, definitely one of my favorite songs. Man. This whole thing, in my head when I do album reactions especially, I'm always thinking, is that the highlight? You know, I post a clip on YouTube to check out and hopefully drive more people to Patreon. And every song, I'm like, is that the highlight? Is that the highlight? Now, Planksty Noel Hill, which is also written by Jem Finer, excuse me. Man, I love this fucking music so much. Because here's the thing. I say this all the time, really realizing it the last however many years, 4 to 5 years, that I started connecting a lot of, like, music, for instance, like American country music, bluegrass specifically, and the comparisons that it has and the similarities it has with like Irish music, where it sounds like an American country hoedown, this song, but the Irish version. And to me, because I like a lot of country, not a lot of country. I have a small sampling of country that I like, American country music, but the Irish version to me is so much more fun and like effective, but it is essentially the same instruments doing sort of the same thing, but with different spins on it. Irish spin and an American spin. And I like the Irish spin. And there's a lot of bluegrass music I like too. I was brought up in the bluegrass community of northern Michigan. Fuck yeah, man. It had some similarities right there at the end with like that old American country song. I think it was called the Fox Chase or something like that. Couldn't tell you who sang it or whatever. Now I'm going to get into the Parting Glass, and I did see one cool little information nugget there, that this song is another traditional song. Scottish traditional song, often sung at the end of gathering of friends. It has also been sung in Ireland, enjoying considerable popularity to this day, and strongly influencing the style in which it was often now sung. It was purportedly the most popular parting song sung in Scotland before Robert Burns wrote Auld Lang Syne. So I'm like, oh, that really makes it a little more interesting. It's the last song, too, by the way. The Parting Glass. I feel like I've heard some version of this somewhere at some time in my life, which would make sense. Man, that song makes me want to go down a Scottish music rabbit hole, and I'm like, man, can I do another essentially different style of music rabbit hole? And the answer is yes. But I was thinking, if my trip, the Smitty Learns Irish Pubcast, goes well, I would like to do season 2, Smitty Learns Scottish, and do the same thing in Scotland and learn Scottish Gaelic as well. I think that could be fun. And then maybe season 3, Smitty Learns Welsh, and then who knows what the fuck else, man. Those are some of my goals, but that song was fucking awesome, and I'm pretty sure I've heard that before somewhere, at least the melody in, I don't know, a movie, who the fuck knows. Anyway, man, dud fucking free, man. The worst part of that album was my cat came up and farted on me. Everything else was fucking stellar. Thank you for checking out this full-length album reaction with me. And if you have more suggestions for me to go down Pogue rabbit holes, throw those suggestions somewhere. I guarantee you I'll see them. Although I might not respond right away, I will respond in some way, shape, or form. Thank you very much. My coffee is done. That album's done. And now I got to go pay. What the hell? Everything!